friends, this is Raman Gill with your daily Forex market analysis for October 12th, 2016. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. If you have questions about your individual investing needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. Taking a look at our economic calendar here for October 12th. The UK session here looks fairly quiet. We have MPC member Cunliffe speaking for the British pound out of UK here, and that's pretty much it for the UK session. We do have some yellow news here, which is minor news. And going into the US session, though, we have couple of FOMC members speaking. We have Joel's job openings at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then the most important thing for October 12th is the FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern. So these are the meeting minutes out of the FOMC meeting in September. The reason this is so important is because this is where the market is looking at the Fed to see if they're going to raise interest rates or what their language is around the whole topic of raising interest rates this year. So we have meeting in December, and which is where the market is expecting them to increase interest rates at least slightly, and that's what everybody will be paying attention to meeting minutes to see if there's any language that indicates that we may expect to see the interest rate hike. So if there is language that reflects a hike, US dollar is likely to go up based on that. However, if there are dovish comments in the meeting minutes and commentary suggests that we may not see an interest rate hike this year, that will be bearish for the US dollar, and we may see the US dollar drop. So tomorrow, in terms of the US dollar, we can expect volatility in the market. Other than that, we have Chinese trade balance number, but for the rest of the US session and the Asian session, we are fairly quiet in terms of the news. Another thing to note here is in the British pound here, we saw a big drop in the pound and then rebound on that, quite a big rebound actually. And the reason for that rebound was because now we have seen commentary out of UK here where UK Prime Minister Theresa May has accepted that Parliament should be allowed to vote on her plan for taking Britain out of the European Union, but she has asked lawmakers to do it in a way that gives her space to negotiate. So this is positive for UK and the British pound, and as a result of that we have seen the British pound pull up. However, pound is still volatile, and especially with the volatility around the US dollar tomorrow, I would be trading this with caution. Moving on to the charts here, we are looking at dollar yen daily chart. Today's candle close was doji here. We did see the price pushing into this resistance at 104, and we have seen a retrace off of that. However, this candle close here hasn't been quite bearish. It would have been good to see a bearish engulfing candle of some sort, which would give us an indication that the price is wanting to come off of that high. So at this point, we would exercise caution for this one. If the price manages to close above this level, then we'd be looking for a move to the upside. However, if the price stays below the 104 level, we're looking for a further move down back into this range. Price has been trading in this range since July here, and if we do not see a break to the upside, we are looking for a price move back towards the middle of the range. So that's our plan for dollar yen. We will watch and see how price reacts. Pound dollar here, we did see a big drop today, and now we are coming towards the bottom of this flash crash. However, because of that news around the Brexit here, we have seen the pound regain some of that ground, and now it's pulling back up. So in terms of the pullback, we are looking at 1.2440 or 1.2450 level here at the top of this little range here, and at this point I'd be looking to see if the price stays below this range. We may have a selling opportunity to kind of bring it back into this range again. As you can see, we saw a price drop here, and the price traded in a range for quite some time before breaking to the downside, and I have been bearish ever since we saw a break to the downside here. However, now I am going to be cautious tomorrow trading the pound. I am looking for price to pull back into 124 50-ish level and then look for a selling opportunity, expecting the price to stay in this range and trade in a range like it traded here for a bit before it decides to make a move to either side. So that's the plan for pound dollar for October 12th. Looking at euro here, we have seen a nice drop here. We are into 110.50 level here. And at this point, this is the support and resistance we are playing with. At this point, I'm looking for a pullback into 11100 for a potential opportunity to sell. So I am bearish on this based on the nice bearish candle close here. We did see a stop run. There were a lot of stops below 110.70 to 110.90 area there, and we did see a nice drop through those levels. And at this point, I'm looking for a bit of a push up in the euro so we can have an opportunity to sell that. Looking at the New Zealand dollar here, we have been seeing a nice drop in New Zealand dollar over the last few days. I'm bearish on this based on the close here, and I'm looking for price to pull back into this 0.7100 level here. And if the price stays below this level 7100, I'm going to be looking for a place to sell this at this level. Aussie US dollar here, again, similar story to the New Zealand, however not quite as negative, as bearish as New Zealand dollar there. We have seen a decline in Aussie, and now price has pushed off of this support level at 75.30. We did see a drop in the Aussie, and based on the daily candle close here, I'm bearish on this as well. And in terms of the pullback, I am looking at 75.80 for a pullback, and if the price stays below this, I'm looking for a selling opportunity potentially at this level. If we get a deeper pullback, the next level we're looking at is at 76.20 to 30 area there. So I'll be looking for price to stay below that level and then to drop. However, this one here, 75.80, may present a better opportunity, so we'll have to see in the UK session in the morning to see what sets up, but this is a nice pullback level. So that's it for today. I will see you in the trade room.